Well, welcome to episode 4. Can you see what's different? Okay, we've got the front panel removed, obviously, and I'm going to take a few moments here to show you what the inside looks like at the moment. You can see that I've started to do some cleaning of the chassis. Not a lot. Here's the meter, which I need to protect. We don't want to destroy that meter. I need to put something around it to protect it. And we've got this now so that we can start really cleaning this thing the way it should be. Let me show you the front panel. So front panel's right here. We've got everything removed, and you could see that there's some wear here. This was very common with these things. They didn't, the knobs that were there, they didn't put a thick coat of paint on it, I guess. Generally some scratches, that type of thing, but nothing major. It'll look like it's retro when it's done, so I'm not going to paint any of this or anything like that. And on the inside, flip it over, you'll see that the plastic has to be cleaned, the plastic shields. This is the unusual case that they use for that S meter. And then these are the switches that I'm going to replace. Both of them are bad. And I'll probably just put a new pot while I'm at it, and I'm going to keep that that tone, I think. So where we are now is cleaning the knobs. So let me show you that. So whenever I have stuff like this, I always use an ultrasonic cleaner. So I've got all my knobs in here, and the screws. Just gonna pop that right in there like that. Make sure it's all covered. Okay. I'm gonna put the cover on. And we're going to set it for, let's see, almost 5 minutes. And it's actually 8 minutes. We're going to put on heat, just to get some heat to get the grime off. And we're going to hit start. This thing is going to count down to 0. And it's going to clean that. And when this is done, you're going to see that that bottom of this thing is just caked with dirt. These cleaners do a great job. So I'll come back and show you what it's done. Okay, the machine just stopped. Let's see what we got. All that dirt down there. Let's take one of these out. Looks good. Okay. Knobs are all clean. You can see all that dirt down there. See all that gunk? Okay, that's it for this one. Let's move on to the next thing. At the part here where I'm trying to clean these dials, and they're made out of plastic, and they've got some paint on them, you know, some black lettering. And as you can see on this particular one, I think you could see it, it's pretty yellow. And over here it's white. And I'm going to show you how I'm cleaning it. It seems to work. And basically what I'm doing is I'm using this Clorox OxyMagic multi-purpose stain remover, and it's chlorine and bleach free. And it says that it removes wine, tea, juice, and pet stains, but I'm using it on this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just spraying a little bit on this lint-free cloth, and then I'm putting my hand behind it and just kind of just scrubbing it up. So let me set the camera down and I'll just show you a little bit. Okay, this is a pretty bad angle, but you'll get the idea. So we're going to spray a little bit on the cloth here, just like that, and put my hand behind the dial and just kind of gently rub it up. Hopefully you could see this. And when you have your hand behind the dial, you'll be able to see that it turns white in the area that you're rubbing it. You got to keep your pressure behind it though, because you don't want to crack that disc. That would be a bad thing. So basically, we've just done this entire section, and I'll make sure I leave a nice clean line so you can see where I stopped. And then you come around the back side and do the same thing. This time you're putting the pressure on the front. And you'll see what comes off. And taking a look at the dial now, you can clearly see the line where I stopped. Now the alternative is to lift up this entire chassis area here and release these set screws, lift it up and remove these discs, and I'm not doing that. I'm not going to disturb this thing. There's no way I'm going to do that. So, so this seems to work. So if you want to try to clean these things up, you can use that Clorox Oxymagic stuff. Works pretty good. Just takes a little patience and elbow grease. So I'm going to continue. Okay, so I've cleaned this one, both sides, and I just want to show you the difference. This one I've not fully cleaned, so I'm going to put a flashlight behind this. We'll see if you can see the difference. I don't know if the camera's going to show it. But you can see that that's kind of looking brown and dingy. Let's put it behind this one that's been cleaned. And you can see that it's definitely much whiter and brighter. So, makes a huge difference. Good stuff. Okay, on to the next thing. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you in this episode, I'm going to cut this one a little short because I'm going to be traveling this week, so I'm just going to put this one up real quick. Although this speaker, which is a Jensen speaker, I believe it's a probably a 16 ohm speaker. I don't think it says on there what it is, and I haven't tested it, but it does have a date code in there, and the date code says 6037 PMIOCO. I think that date code means the third week of July 1960, which is when this speaker was made. And the serial number is C4563. So this speaker is pretty old, and I'm not going to try to restore it. Look at that cone in there. You can see that that cone is completely collapsed on this side. On this side, it's fine. So, and it's very rusty. So I'm going to remove the speaker for now and replace it with another Jensen speaker, a 10-inch 8-ohm speaker, which will be fine. I was able to find one at a really decent price, and I'm going to put that in this case and use that. And then at some point I may choose to restore this speaker. We'll see. That cone for sure is no good, and it's going to give me problems, and I'm sure that the spider is no good. So, so that'll be a project for another day. So this speaker will end up getting replaced as well. Of course, I've got to clean this cabinet out and clean the paint up, etc. So that's it for today. I'll be away, and I'll be back on the weekend, and I'll put some more episodes up. That's one of the reasons why I rushed through this a little bit here. So anyway, that's it for now. This is Ron.